Right, we're here at the West Bromwich HQ of Nankang Tyres UK, and we're here with head honcho Steve Smith. Evening,
How
Steve.
Dave, all right, yeah.
And Steve and Nankang have quite the collection of cars, but in this part we're going to focus on this one, which has been out about a year and a half.
About a year, just about 18 months probably. Into a couple of shows, not many, not been out on the road too much. Definitely not gone out on the road in the wet yet, but it is about to this year, so can be used as a car should be used.
And what is it? Well, I can see it's a Chevy Nova. Chevy 2?
1962.
62?
62
nice
Nova,
one.
yeah, coupe, yep.
And it's been quite the long-term project.
It certainly has. I just sent it. It was painted 11 years ago in April. I almost reverse built it by having it painted first, and then started taking everything to bits. Suspension was all new suspension, heights front end, the Hauser new back axle, shortened, disc brakes all round, and ended up with an LS engine in it with a 6-speed gearbox.
It didn't start off as an LS build, did it?
No, I had a normal 5.7 small block Chevy in it. Then it had an LM7 engine LS in it.
Oh, the iron block one.
The iron block, yeah. Yeah, got all that with its bog standard ECU as a running car, got it all running. And then just at the last minute, we changed again to this LS1. Somebody convinced me to do it because I've got the engine at the right price and with an emerald ECU.
So that's 3 V8s in a car that started off as a
before
6-cylinder.
Before it even went anywhere. Yeah.
Because you said it started off as a 6-pot. How long has it been in the country?
I brought it in from race. Got it from Race Classics. So.
Oh right. Out in Cali.
Yeah. Stripped it to the metal. No rust on it at all anywhere.
Beautiful. And yeah, I mean, it is a gorgeous pillarless coupe.
Yeah, it's Audi quartz grey.
Audi
quartz grey. The colour is
right. Okay,
yeah.
And it really suits it. So it was a rust-free car to begin with.
Absolutely rust-free. Yeah, there was a tiny little bit just inside one of these boot areas, just a couple of little pinholes.
Yeah,
that was it. Nothing else on it at all. Yeah.
So it probably was a Cali car all its life.
Yeah, it was.
Then.
Yeah, South California. That's where he gets his stuff from.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a state when it came in, just all in bits.
Oh right, so it wasn't a rolling thing when it came in?
No interior, all the chrome work was just in a big box. The windscreen, the screens were just taped in with a bit of tape.
Yeah.
No bumpers, no lights. Yeah, just a rolling shell, of which I've taken all replaced all the rolling parts as well.
Well, I was going to say, that's probably suited what you had in mind, didn't it?
Well, I had in mind, I was just going to bring it over, have it painted properly, and be using it in that summer, the summer of.
Oh, that sounds like all of my project plans.
2012. Yeah,
I'll have this whittled off in a weekend. Yeah, no problem.
I've done a few other projects in between, but that's been the problem. So
now you did describe to me earlier the front suspension setup.
Yeah, it's Heights front end with obviously rack and pinion. It's got wheelwood brakes on it. In the day, the 4 pots were about what you could get, but nowadays they've got bigger and better brake systems even.
And it sits nice and low.
Yeah, it's on airlift. Well, it's an airlift management system on some Ride Tech airbags, bag and strut, front and rear.
Right. Okay. Fantastic.
Again, just manufactured in really. We cut the suspension, the Heights front end to make the suspension fit.
Wow. I mean, that has got a beautiful stance to it. So what are these wheels?
There's some AC wheels, so the 19s on the rear, 17s on the front.
Because it's got just the slightest bit of rake to it.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Yeah, originally I did want you to get it lower, but if you look underneath, the suspension's touching the floor.
Ah, right,
yeah,
okay.
So that's where.
So this is its parking setting.
Position. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you said the back axle was courtesy of Mr. Hauser?
Yep, Hauser's, yeah, shortened axle. They convinced me rather than modify the original one to buy a new one, which we did. So.
Right, so this interior is beautiful. What are the seats out of?
Audi A5, the seats are.
Okay.
And I've just had them recovered.
Recovered and the logo stitched in.
Yep.
That is a proper
yeah, so
four-seater.
really comfortable seats.
Definitely.
6-speed box.
Wow. Lovely. So can we take a look under the bonnet?
Of course you can.
Superb. So yes, this is the LS1, such as you might have found in Corvettes, Monaros, so on.
Yeah, full aluminium. Yeah.
And
fly-by-wired version.
Yeah. And these are just aluminium covers over the
just over the original.
and...
Yeah. Just to pitch it up slightly. Again, different hinge. You know, it's a billet hinge system.
Right. Yeah. Willwood Master.
Yeah.
So power steering.
Yeah, power steering. Yeah.
Oh my
Rack and
guns.
pinion. Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking proper smoothed out engine bay here. All body colour.
Yeah, once you take the original suspension off, the original suspension got big towers sticking out here. All this comes along with the front end that only bolts on, and these strengthening struts here all come with it. It's just a bolt-on kit from Heights.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so just bolts onto the monocoque and just comes forward from there.
Brilliant.
A real easy conversion. So all you need to do is sort your engine mount out, and you fit anything in there.
Yeah. That is good. And it looks like it's supposed to be there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That is a really wide bay once you take those turrets away, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it was our vision. They should build a Nova of today.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a not traditional hot rod or anything. It's how I'd like to think that the car would come out the factory if you could do a classic look car.
And they bloody should. And it's backed by a 6-speed manual as well, so 256.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's it like to drive then?
Nice, it's good, yeah.
Is it? I mean, I take it you say you don't drive it that low.
No, I drove it here this morning. I've got it at a nice ride height position. You just preset it. But it does drive nice. It can get better. I need it's setting up, and they're all adjustable shockers on there.
Oh, so there's further tweaks to be done if you decide.
Loads, once you get it going.
And although it must be a head turner, it's also almost kind of sleepy. It's not exactly.
Yeah, it is. It's not in your
shouty.
face. Everything. Yeah, that's how. That was the intention.
Is it aftermarket dash?
Yeah, a Dakota digital.
Can we light it up?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Of course you can. It's
and then can we start the car up?
Yeah.
Which will be lost on these shonky little microphones. Oh wow! And that isn't loud at all. That's.
No.
Oop, plot. That is a beautiful sounding car. So I mean, we're in a big sort of tin building here. It should be shaking like a drum, but that is a beautiful sound. And I noticed it fired up on a quarter of a turn of the crank there. You say
Well,
it's
that's
ECU was
Emerald
Emerald ECU.
ECU. It's all the original one I'd put in with the GMC. Honestly, the wiring was like that thick of
Yeah.
wires coming through. I couldn't be going in it. And but the Emerald's all tucked away inside. You can hardly even see where it is, and the wires going into it just a small amount.
Right. Yeah, it sounds fantastic.
And again, it all linked up. I can't think what the way they call it, but all linked up to lambda sensors, so it's a proper.
Yeah. So, because it was you say it was your dyno guy that you got the engine from?
Yeah, I went to a lad called Craig at Dynatalk in Birmingham. I just happened to rock in there one day, and he just said, I told him I'd just taken the engine out to paint the bay, and he just said, "I've got the engine for you." And the next,
well, this was back when it was still just a small block Chevy.
no, that was when he's got the LM engine in it.
Yes, sorry.
So I'd just taken it out to paint the bulkhead because.
So he just went in for a chat and came out with an LS1. Brilliant. So what are the plans this year? Because I know you do a lot of with your vehicle collection. More of that later.
Going to just modified car shows. We will probably do some hot rod shows this year, I think, because we've just started doing quite a lot of American size, weird and wonderful sizes with white walls on. So
I noticed this, the white walls, raised white letter. So if you happen to go on the website as I did, they're under classic
tire.
Yeah. And they're proper sort of old muscle car sizes.
Yeah, they are. We've just
sizes.
brought as many weird sizes we could get our hands on, and so.
Brilliant stuff. And first port of call for those probably Northants Tyres.
Northants are going to be a dealer for us. Yeah. We just say we may be doing this. Going to shows together.
Cool. That'd be great. Yeah. So, talking of shows, any idea what the first run out for this Nova is going to be?
I don't know. The driver collection in Sheffield.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know if you went to that one last year, but that's a definite that it's going to.
What sort of car is that aimed at?
All sorts of modified. It is a real complete, from hot rods, a lot of retro stuff, and maybe a few modified things, but a lot of old school 70s, 80s, 90s retro.
Right, okay.
Converted cars.
In which case, I'm guessing this will really
There
cause
will be full-blown hot rod stuff there as well. A really nice atmosphere and a show. I think it's at Magna Park.
Oh, right, yeah.
Indoor and out, half indoor and half outdoor this year. Yeah.
I know the place. Yeah, they used to hold the swap meet there.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Yeah, that's the place.
Right, okay. Well, thank you ever so much for showing us around this. It's a treat and it sounds gorgeous. And yes, hopefully shortly we'll be looking at some of the rest of the collection, which is behind.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Steve Smith.